that energy would then start to fade because of the fatigue factor.
Mitchell whirls to the basket and thunders it home. Just a gorgeous move by Donovan Mitchell for the flush. Noel to Gobert. Blocked inside by Romeo Langford.
That is the ultimate insult. Whoa.
Another day, another box score watching day. Huh? Another day, another box score watching day. Another episode. Number 12. I don't know. Let's get into it. Yeah. Zion returned in the first game of the day. And they destroyed the Clippers. Him and the Pelicans. Zion was great. Zion was great out there, 21, 12, and 7. He's, you know, as long as he's healthy, he's gonna be a sensational player. He's just a freak. He's a force of nature. Nothing can stop him, really. Sensational player. Najee Marshall was great once again, 17 points. Trey Murphy contributed 15. Larry Nance off the bench with 15. Just a great overall performance for New Orleans. Brandon Ingram should be back in a game or two. And they're looking really solid. As for the Clippers, Paul George has been really struggling. He's had one exceptional game, and every other game has been bad. So we'll see when he gets into form. Hopefully, it's just, you know, getting into basketball shape. The Clippers, you know, they just don't have enough time together, and it's showing. It's just a lot of disjointed stuff from them. Norman Powell, at least, you know, played pretty solid. He's been struggling to start the season. It was, you know, good for him to get a little on track, but the Clippers are just a mess right now. The Celtics blow out the Wizards twice, essentially, as Bradley Beal has been bad to start the season. He was atrocious today. Kyle Kuzma has been struggling these last few games. He has not been good for a week. Rui Hachimura was the only positive for me, even though, you know, the stats don't say that much. He looked solid out there for me. Anthony Gill looks solid. Johnny Davis played, but, well, he's still not looked good, but he was in the plus-minus column. So there's something. And that's, you know, not much to say about the Wizards. They played a great team. Bradley Beal will get back on track, and they'll be, you know, they'll be what they are. And the Celtics, they wanted to blow out the Wizards twice, so they did. Jason Tatum, 23 points in 27 minutes. Jaylen Brown, 24 points in 30 minutes. Great play from them. Malcolm Brogdon was sensational off the bench, 23 points, 4 assists. Sam Hauser also 3 threes. Just a solid, you know, just a great bench performance for them, and they played well. Next up, Donovan Mitchell dominates the Knicks, and I mean, Knicks fans have been broken. Mitchell balling out against them. It's just poetry in motion, really, isn't it? The Knicks. Well, what can we say about the Knicks? RJ Barrett was great, but didn't shoot enough, maybe. But maybe it was great for him to not have that many shots. I'm not sure. Julius Randle was bad. He was just bad. Not much to say there. Jalen Brunson was not bad, but not great. I loved Isaiah Hartenstein for them, 12 and 9. You know, their team is, I'm not sure what their team will be. RJ Barrett has not been, you know, does not seem he has improved from last season yet. But I mean, the start of the season has been so chaotic and messy and just weird that, I mean, I'm not sure how to take the start of the season. But for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson has been good. RJ Barrett has not been great as I want it to be. I just don't know what to say about the Knicks, man. They are a weird bunch, man. There's just not much excitement about the Knicks. The Knicks, we know they are not, you know, great team, not a team that's gonna be dangerous. They just are lacking interesting stuff to talk about, really. As for the Cavs, who I absolutely love to watch, they're such a fun watch. Donovan Mitchell is a must-watch TV. Just a sensational player. 38 points, 12 assists, just 4 turnovers, 60% from the field, 8 3-pointers. Kevin Love, 8 3-pointers, 29 points. Dean Wade, 6 threes, 22 points. Incredible stuff. Jared Allen has been kind of weird offensively. He was missing some, you know, hook shots were looking really rough for him, but hopefully he'll figure it out. Cherry Osman has struggled since I, said he's been great, so that's something to watch also. Now I've said he's been, bad. Since I've said he's been great, he's gonna be good. It's the box score watching inception or something like that. And the Cavs are great. Can't wait to see Darius Garland, as I keep saying. Need to see them with Darius Garland out there. They are 5-1. They're gonna be sensational. I can't wait to watch them against Milwaukee, against Boston more. It's gonna be great. The Warriors played in my time and I regret watching it. They still can defend, and Pistons pick up their second win, so good for them. After I praised Wiggins, how he started, how he looks as comfortable as ever, he was bad these last 2 games. Draymond Green was not great today on a back-to-back. Jordan Poole was the only bright spot really. 30 points, he had an avalanche. It was like watching Steph, back in the day. Steph shot poorly, not a great game, at least he got his stats once again. And I mean, it's all about the youngsters just not being ready really. James Wiseman is not ready to play 10 minutes. Jonathan Kuminga is not ready to play 19 minutes. Only player I can say that is ready to actually play NBA basketball is Moses Moody. Moses Moody looks, at least he looks like he belongs out there. As for Wiseman and Kuminga, I am not sure I can say that right now. We'll see if they, lesser even more their minutes, play more JaMychal Green, more Moody, more Ty Jerome. We need Donte DiVincenzo to get back also, and Clay obviously didn't play on a back-to-back. It's gonna be interesting to see how the Warriors tackle it and their defensive issues and struggles. And, I mean, it doesn't help that the Pistons, were making every tough shot they could. They shot 14 of 33 from 3-point line, 42%. Isaiah Stewart made 2 threes, which, I mean, good fucking God, man. Just give me a break. Cage, 23, 10 and 9, he was really good out there. Sadiq Bey made some tough threes to ice the game, 28 points. I mean, their starters, they had 4 starters with 20 plus points. That's just insane. Jaden Ivey, 15 points, but he was actually good. He was actually really good. And Jalen Duren got hurt. Hope his ankle is alright. I know he's been ruled out for today's game. I'm not sure how injured he actually is. But the ankle thing was not good. Sending best wishes to him. And Killian Hayes continues to be bad. The Spurs continue to be really good though, as they defeat the Timberwolves. Karl Anthony Towns had 26 points, but man, the defense when the starting lineup is there, it's just atrocious. It's just really bad. It's ugly to watch. It's not been a threat, and Anthony Edwards didn't have a good game, which means they lost. As I keep saying, the conundrum with the T-Wolves is gonna be if Edwards has a good game, they win. If he doesn't, they lose. We'll see how long that lasts. Jalen Noel was bad. Taurean Prince was at least good, and when they ran the small lineup in the fourth quarter, they were they got into the game. But man, I mean, this does not look these two together on the defensive end. It's just put Scare out there in a bad spot, and it's been a rough watch, to say the least. And the Spurs, one of my favorite breakout players to start the year, Keldon Johnson, 25, 6 and 8. He's been awesome. He's shooting 44% on catch and shoot, shots. He's been sensational. He's such a great player. And the Spurs are a good team. They got some solid pieces. They got Jakob Poeltl, who's a good NBA player. Keldon Johnson, who's an ascending player. Doug McDermott off the bench, who's a shooter, 7 of 14 3-pointers, 23 points. And they got some young, tough guys who are coached up by Pop. So they are actually a good watch. A good start for them if don't count the tanking for Wembanyama stuff. The Magic roll out the tanking lineup, and the Mavs, they have been rough to start the year, to say the least, but Luka has been Luka. Paolo, I mean, he's been creating, Paolo creates good looks, but he's just not been making them so far yet. He's not been consistent with his shot. 18 points, 3 and 4. Bol, they keep running Bol out there, and he's been solid, 16 and 11. He puts up some good numbers, 3 blocks also, so that's good to see him. He may have, rejuvenated his career, even though this is, for a tank team, but it's good to see him actually, be an NBA player. Franz Wagner struggled also. It has been just a big struggle for Orlando. Let's focus on the Mavs, who, Luka, was sensational, 14 points. Still struggling with his 3, but we'll see if it comes back, if he's gonna be this inconsistent. Also, he struggled with free throws today, but he had 44 points. He was great. Dorian Finney-Smith, 13 points. Finally had a good game, and the bench chimed in really well. Maxi Kleber was impactful out there, even though he didn't make that many shots. Tim Hardaway, 5 of 15, didn't make any shots. This was just a Luka show, really. What am I talking about here? It was a Luka show. We know who Luka is. We'll see if this model is ever gonna be successful, since not even LeBron couldn't do the carry job to win the title. But it's fun to watch a little bit, even though the Mavs complain like crazy about everything. So there's that also. Weird start for them. The Suns keep rolling and Devin Booker keeps rolling. The Jalen Green hype train that I was on has not been off to a great start. 15 points, 27% from the field. I have in my fantasy and he's been bad. Jabari Smith also has been not good, so there's that. I mean, there are positives. Kevin Porter Jr. has been pretty solid to start the season. 26, 8 and 6. But the Rockets are rough, which means they're doing a great job for their tanking job, right? And the Suns have been playing great. Devin Booker was sensational. Chris Paul was not bad even. Cam Johnson had his best game as a starter. Michael Bridges continues to be seriously consistent on the offensive end. And Cam Payne has been really better. And Jock Londell, who's been really solid for them, which I did not see coming. 16 and 7. He's been a revelation for them. Once again, they had a big man who's a revelation for them. It's good to see, I guess. Bismack Biyombo was their revelation on the center last year during the regular season. This time it's Jock Landale. They keep finding really good talent. And last but not least, the Lakers pick up their first win of the season against the Nuggets. As Denver still is struggling on the defensive end. Nikola Jokic is still struggling from the 3-point line, but I mean, it happens, man. It's a rough start. It's not a rough start to the season, but it's not been an encouraging one. But their starters were really good out there, but their bench was bad today. Christian Brown was not good. Bruce Brown was not good, who I just picked up in fantasy, mind you. Jeff Green was not good. Just their bench sucked today. It happens. It's a long season. It's been a really weird start to the season when you keep looking at the box scores, when you keep watching these matches. It's just been really weird. Some of the most random start to the seasons I have ever seen. Maybe I'm not during my time watching the NBA. I'm not sure there has been a more weird start to the season. Just good teams losing, bad teams winning, or are the good teams are the good? Supposedly good teams mediocre right now. Probably it is that, but well, it's been interesting to watch, that's for sure, and very entertaining, so not bad. I think it's good for the NBA. We'll see how it turns out. As for the Lakers, they brought Russell Westbrook off the bench. He had his best performance of the season, 18, 8 and 8. He was sensational out there. Really happy for Russ to have a great game as they pick up their first win. I want to really shout out Anthony Davis, who didn't shoot a 3-pointer and was sensational on defense, 23 and 15. While he's still dealing with his back. I'm really sad for him because it just feels like he's really unlucky with that. And I mean, he's a big body. And some big bodies just have really bad problems with that. So I hope he stays, in a good peace of mind. And he has been sensational. I really want to give him props. LeBron made some tough shots. Austin Reeves also was really good for them. So good for the Lakers on their first win. That about wraps up our day. It's a weird episode, weird day, weird games. A lot of blowouts. A lot of, interesting stuff. Also, just, I don't know, I've been off today. Long day. I'm recording this later than usual. But I really just want to shout out the Cavs once again. They're real fun to watch, especially when my Warriors are, not great right now. And what do we have today? Bucks Pistons should be pretty fun, even though Pistons are on a back-to-back. Hawks Raptors should be really good. Pacers and Nets again could be really fun. Grizzlies Jazz should be also fun. Some cool matchups. Kawhi is not playing, I think, once again, so we'll see if the Clippers can actually at least beat Houston like this. I'm not sure PG will be playing. It's gonna be interesting to see. Well, I'm sorry for this real weird episode. I'll try to make sure this doesn't happen again, but I hope you enjoyed what I spat out there, and have a great and blessed day, guys. See you all tomorrow for another episode.